Of the elders of the church that my parents founded here in Yacuiba, and I bumped into this gentleman, and I told him he looks just like a friend of mine in Cochabamba who used to be in Chapare, Faustino. tú me hizo. Ahí estamos. Aquí estamos en el grupo. So here's the group, and come on, entremos al foto, everybody. Para acá, para que te tengas también. Ahí estamos. There you go. This was the group. So now they're bothering him that he's Faustino. See you guys around.
Y el retorno y en la tarde la otra salida, Señor, hacia la otra misión. Gracias te damos en el nombre de Jesús. Amén.
Amen.
Listo, hermano, vámonos.
We just had our prayer this morning. We're on our way out. We call it the mission taxi. It's a Toyota where the steering wheel was on my side and they had to pull it out and put it on that side. So the pastor drives from that side. So we're on our way to see projects that all of you who want to come on our mission trips will be able to come and work on and be with. There are 3 rural churches that they're wanting to build. Those 3 rural churches, 2 of them work with people that are, you know, I would say they're a bit abandoned because we're way off in the nowhere land. But they will be, they're expanding out there more every day. And then one of them is an area that there was a lot of children, and the church decided to start a ministry with the kids. So all of you who like working with children and kids, that's a beautiful project to come and support. On our way out, we're going to grab some gas, get some water to drink, and meet some of the people at these different ministries. Get a view of what it's like so you guys can see it, and if the Lord touches your heart and you'd like to put a team together and come, it'd be awesome. I love this city. Yacuiba is a beautiful little city. Well, it's not little anymore. In fact, we're already on the outskirts of the main city. The main city is beautiful. This is the expansion that's expanded so much, and but we're gonna buy gas and we're gonna buy some drinks. Okay, look at how fascinating it is when you come to a country that's importing vehicles from Japan, and this is where the steering wheel used to be. I'm sitting here, and they switched the steering wheel from here to over there. The steering wheel's here, but no speedometer. The speedometer's still over here. Here we are going up toward the mountain. Here we at least have a paved road, but when we start to get up into the mountains, we won't have paved. It will be pretty rough, they say, going up into the mountains. But it's a beautiful area, nice flowers, lots of interesting fruits, and we'll see you when we get to the top. It is fascinating here. Here you go, very narrow area to the road. This is extremely humbling. I'm 65 years old, and I'm thinking, how many young people could be doing this? May the Lord touch your hearts. This is a place where there are local Christians who want to come and serve the Lord and have their country in the hands of God, and have more and more people know the love and grace and salvation of Jesus Christ. landslide, and they're trying to fill the hole so people can get by and fix the spot that got messed up. Well, we've arrived to the property of one of the members of the church, and it is so rustic. It is incredible where people live in such humble environments. This place is definitely a farm. Chickens, pigs, and the second we see all the corn everywhere, and they have a vegetable garden over there, and we're gonna go meet them. A little bit of a rough road. You'll see it in here. We have 1 pig, 2 pigs, 3 pigs, but this happens to be a female that's going to give birth. It's ready to give birth to babies. Boy, she's snoring away. Unbelievable, what a nice tree. Just fig, 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 fig. Oh, what a beautiful tree. Too bad there's no fruit on it. In fact, you know what really touched me is I just came from Europe and I visited some cousins, and one of my cousins had a fig tree on his property full of fruit in Hungary, just outside of Budapest. I was shocked his tree had tons of figs. And here I am in a totally different continent, Bolivia, in the southern part, close to the city of Yacuiba. ¿Este área que se llama otra vez? This area is called Santa Rosa. We had to basically go north, and then we went west, over a mountain into a valley where a lot of people migrated here for farming, and there's a lot of mining. People can get jobs working at the mine. So they do both jobs, and they live very humbly in these shacks, and bit by bit they start building their lives. This is storage for all the food for the animals. So it's not a housing for the people. We'll see their home. Unbelievable. Look at it. It's so cute. They're everywhere. Wow. According to the pastor, she's going to give birth very soon. Give you a view of this valley. That's a river down there. Right now it's the dry season. When you get the wet season, everything explodes around here. And all you do is drop 1 papaya, 1 orange or something. Next thing you got fruit everywhere. There's papaya trees growing along the right edge of the river. So somebody must have eaten a papaya and just drop the seeds. Here we go. Let's see Barney with his 2 left feet. My sister's always worried that I'm going to fall. So for those who don't know, years ago, my parents taught a bunch of young ladies to become nurses. Carmen is one of them. and she is with me all the time, making sure I don't fall on my face like I did in Santa Cruz. But a little bit stinky around here. Here, I'm gonna, according to Pastor, here's where we're gonna have the Bible service, church service, and the family, the gentleman and the wife have offered this spot. In fact, they have a property a little bit away. We're gonna go see it, where they want to build the church. And like I said, those three little twigs you see between the rocks there, those are papaya, ¿verdad? Yeah, they grow like a weed around here, but boy are they ever good. Carmen this morning peeled and sliced it up for breakfast. There they even have an orange tree. And señora, usted hace pan allá. Yeah. Oh, she doesn't only make, so it's almost like what we having, you know, when in Canada we do the, ¿qué se llama? We got the pizza ovens. It's like a pizza. They do everything in that. Bread, they even do a full pig in that big one there. Let me see if señora, se mueve para un ladito para que le quiero tomar foto de ese. Here. That right there. Oh, ¿estás cocinando algo en eso ahora o no? Oh, okay. They're always joking because every part of Bolivia has a different dialect, and sometimes you have to pick up on what they're saying. And they're cooking mote. Mote is basically like sweet potato, but it's a less quality, a lower quality, and they lightly cook it to feed it to the chickens and pigs. So it's not for our consumption. But that's so nice. An area like this is beautiful, 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 beautiful. Well, this family is the one that donated the land back there for the church, and they're asking people to come and support them. They're a very humble family. If you see even this roof here, these are bamboo, and no es bambú, caña de azúcar, caña de bambú. So they are bamboo. I didn't know they grew here in this country too. Yeah, aquí hacemos, yeah. Domingo, good. This is where we're gonna have church service on Sunday. Wow, isn't it something? This is the group. You'll see a video prior where I've really asked if somebody's willing to offer either financially, send funds, or even come with a group. It's a bit rough. We'll stay in the city of Yacuiba and drive out here to help build a church. My poor sister's always trying to sneak in to get to see the oven. She loves seeing everything. She's curious. But it's very nice. Well, see you guys. I'll be continuing the video later. See ya. Here we are having a light bite. It's corn with a hard-boiled egg, a little bit of salt. Always have to have your ají, which is so spicy. And we have the visit from the medical doctor of the region. Very nice lady, and she happens to be a Christian. And she's having a good chat with my sister because both of them have a medical history.
Siendo atendido por unos médicos. Queremos dejarte también el camino que vamos a recorrer. De aquí vamos a subir, Señor, a Manantial, y luego vamos a ir a la zona de Puerto Viejo también. Después nos vamos a volver a Yacuiba y en la tarde vamos a ir a otra misión. Muchas gracias te damos por la atención en este lugar. Aquí es donde se hace el culto. Todavía no tenemos templo, pero vamos a ver el terreno que ya hemos comprado también para construir. Muchas gracias, Dios. Gracias por la compañía de Barney Cereta y su hermana en este día. Te agradezco. agradecemos en el nombre de Jesús. Amén.
Amen. Amen. Just had our last prayer before we leave. Unfortunately, one of their family members is really sick, and the doctor came to visit him, and we'll see how things are going. But it's nice to see that God sends Christian doctors to work amongst the community. I'd like to see how many doctors would like to live the life of this young lady who walks through all sorts of areas to visit people here in very, very strong rural areas. So, I mean, I also tried to have her as a doctor to help me out with my problems with making friends with the toilet. I must have drank or ate something that I recommend all of you to bring from your country. Pills for stomach problems, diarrhea. I did have Pepto-Bismol, but I forgot to bring it with me. It's something a little bit more intense or strong. But amazing. God always watches over you, so you never worry about things like that. See you guys around. Here we are at the medical doctor's office, and she's going to help me out with my problem with, we don't want to keep on repeating it, but she's going to get me some pills. And chapel of the Catholic Church, I think. But this is like the rec center of the whole community. Two soccer fields. We have some kind of a sports place over there. And that's a school. These are other areas for them as well. So that's a little Catholic church. They definitely have control over the community. But this was a small church or something that they built. But they build and have no infrastructure. That's the sad part. But now, according to the doctor, they're going to be turning it into a daycare center of some sort. Like a school. And it just sits here. Going to see the doctor.
We humbly ask for your financial support. You can contribute through the portal below this video. Thank you for your kindness and generosity.